Hello music fans, it's time for another year-end top 5 albums in a certain subgenre, and today this subgenre is post-hardcore. Now the types of post-hardcore albums that I like the ones with the really fast guitars. I just call it fast guitar post-hardcore, so most of what you hear today in this video will be in that category. And without further ado, let's jump right in with number 5, which is With Sails Ahead and their album Infinite Void. This is the debut album by this American band. If you want a preview of this, check out the song What If I Fall. Great female vocals on this album, both clean singing and harsh screams. In fact, most of the albums that I'm going to talk about on this list have both clean singing and harsh screams. That's one of the trademarks of post-hardcore. There may be one album on this list that's just clean singing. If you're a fan of Hail the Sun, Eidola, Paramore, Rollo Tomasi, and Svalbard, definitely check out With Sails Ahead. You should like this. It sounds like a mix of those bands. And let's go to number 4, which is Capstan with the Mosaic. And this is the third album by this American band. Check out the song Misery Scene for a preview of this. I love everything that Capstan has done. This is no exception. Again, fans of the fast guitar, hardcore, post-hardcore stuff like Hail the Sun, Eidola, Dance Gavin Dance, you'll like this. It's got that similar like emo and pop punk influences in there. It's a really fun listen because there's lots of variety on this album, and there's even some little surprises like a saxophone on the track What You Want. At number 3, I've got an EP by the band Greyhaven called Stereo Grief. Another one of these fast guitar post-hardcore. This one's different from others on the list because it has a little bit of that southern rock influences. Check out the track The Welcome Party for a preview of this. Greyhaven's a great American band, and they feature a great mix of harsh scream vocals and clean singing, a bit of that emo style. If you like Every Time I Die, check this out because that southern influence in there, and then of course the usual fast guitar post-hardcore influences like Eidola, Hail the Sun, Dance Gavin Dance. It sounds like those bands. And now my number 2, which is Professor Caffeine and the Insecurities with their self-titled album. Now this one's the different one on the list, as it doesn't really feature any screams, but I still feel like it fits into this genre. It's the debut album by this American band. If you're a fan of Thank You Scientist, Coheed and Cambria, Protest the Hero, Hail the Sun, Eidola, Dance Gavin Dance, check this out. It's a mix of those bands. So yeah, most like Thank You Scientist has kind of got this really emo, high-pitched style vocals, but this progressive rock kind of music and like indie, alternative, math rock, power pop all mixed in with that post-hardcore sound. It has the jazziness of Thank You Scientist, the emo style vocals that all those bands have. Only clean vocals, no harsh screams, fast guitars and drums that you expect from bands like this, but also really catchy pop rock hooks like Coheed and Cambria. That sounds good to you. Check out Professor Caffeine and the Insecurities and their self-titled debut album. And at number 1 in my post-hardcore list is Eidola with their album Eviscerate. And this is the 5th album by this American band. Check out the track No Weapon Form Shall Prosper for a preview. And I love every album that Eidola's made. And I expected this would be excellent at the very least. But this one I'm putting in my near masterpiece tier, and I'm also going to put Professor Caffeine and the Insecurities in my near masterpiece tier. The other albums that I talked about in my videos so far are in my excellent tier. Lots of great clean singing here by Eidola, catchy vocal hooks, a bit of that emo style vocal, but also great harsh vocals and breakdowns. Who of You Will Persevere is another great song. And the breakdown in Fistful of Hornets is just so awesome and dissonant. Again, for fans of Protest the Hero, Hail the Sun, Dance Gavin Dance, more of that fast guitar post-hardcore that I like. And now that I've told you the top 5 and you've made it to the end of the video, I'm going to reward you with 5 quick honorable mentions. Makari with Wave Machine is another great one. Nova Charisma with Metropolitan is another great post-hardcore album from this year. And then there's a couple in this like post-hardcore mixed with black metal and shoegaze, kind of black gaze mixed with screamo, post-metal, and post-rock. I've got a couple in that category, like Infant Island with Obsidian Wreath and Hidden Mothers with Erosion Avulsion. And last honorable mention that I want to mention is actually like a compilation album of covers. It's The Shape of Punk to Come Obliterated, which is Refuse album, The Shape of Punk to Come, reimagined by 12 bands handpicked by Refuse themselves, including Cult of Luna. That sounds cool to you. Check it out. That's The Shape of Punk to Come Obliterated. And that's it for my top 5 post-hardcore albums of 2024 and 5 honorable mentions. Let me know what you think of my picks down in the comments, and what are your favorite post-hardcore albums of 2024? I'd be curious to know if I missed any great ones. Stay tuned for my next video in this series. Not sure what genre I'll do next. Subgenre, maybe I'll do black metal, maybe technical death metal or melodic death metal, or maybe should I combine tech death and melodic death, or do people feel like those are different enough for separate videos? Let me know down in the comments. Jazz fusion, prog rock, prog metal. Those are the 2 heavyweights, so I might save those 2 genres for last because those are my favorite. Yeah, let me know what you want to hear from me next in terms of subgenres, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.